What's up, everybody? This is the Not for Normies Podcast, episode 2. I'm here with Javier Callejas.
And
Is that
this
you say your last name?
Yeah, Callejas.
Yeah. And I'm Kristian Diaz. And we're here to talk to you about some video games, stuff we're playing, new news for the week. There's not that much news for this week, honestly,
Not
in my
for this
opinion.
week. Not for this week.
But we'll start off by talking about the PlayStation VR2 review.
Now
I didn't watch that, but Javi did, so he'll
Yeah.
tell you about it.
The PSVR2, the reviews came in. It got itself a 9 out of 10, which is
Very surprising.
dang good. I was talking about it with some people from GameStop because I was really, I was asking them, I was like, guys, should I get it? And everybody's like, oh no, PlayStation VR is blown out of proportion. Like the price is so high. And yes, it is really
Is it
high.
500? 400?
It's more. It's more. I'll tell you right now,
Jesus.
just off the top of my head.
Well, you were showing me a bundle last week with the Horizon Call
With
of the
Horizon,
Mountain.
that's what it is. PlayStation VR costs $549 base just by itself. Then the Horizon Call of the Mountain bundle brings it up to $599. That's $600. That is a humongous sum of money. Granted, I think what PlayStation does best is PlayStation exclusives, and I think that's where the value comes in. I think people don't go into VR just to be like, oh, I want all these games right now. It was the same thing with the Switch when it launched. There weren't that many good games. There's like, people were saying it's like, oh, there's just
Classics in the
Zelda, there's just Zelda Breath of the Wild, and
Yeah.
then what else is there?
Yeah.
But now there's like tons of games on.
Of course.
I think that if PlayStation VR can really put, like, if it sees that people are buying them, that's what the pre-orders are for. People, like, pre-orders are there for Sony to gauge, like, what are people's interest in it? It's like, how many people are buying it? Like, before they even play it, how many people are wanting to buy it? Like, how many people are curious to get it?
But I think it's just about putting the trust into, like, expecting more good games to come out for it. But, I mean, that's hard. I mean, I'm more on the side that I rather it be, like, a full catalog of, like, indie games that, like, would be, like, on a PC or, like, a Quest VR.
Yeah.
Where you have access to, like, this huge catalog of games.
Yeah, but
But obviously, the PlayStation exclusives are going to be nice.
But I think more than anything, they're really boasting about, at least for PlayStation VR, because it utilizes the PlayStation 5, all the hardware that's in the PlayStation 5.
Mm-hmm.
So what ends up happening is that, like, there are a lot of features in the PlayStation VR that are not on, like, the Meta Quest.
Yeah.
So, like, for example, like the screens that you're looking at, the screens in the goggles, they're OLED.
Oh, really?
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
And they're
OLED
crisp
screens?
and they're beautiful. Like, they're really nice. The controllers, I'm sure, like, for any VR controller, you kind of have to get used to it. This is from somebody who's never played VR, like, at all.
You've never played VR at all?
I've never played VR at all.
It's super
and
fun.
I'm so willing to throw down money for this.
You should get the VR2 then.
Yeah, I was like, I want to get it because I believe that Sony is going to be able to put down some good games. Like, I do think so. What I'm looking for is a good experience.
Yeah. No, the Horizon Call of the Mountain reviews, I thought they were bad at first, but they're pretty good. But it looked like
were they?
It
were
looks
they
like
on
they're.
Metacritic?
It looks
Were
like
they
they're.
on Metacritic?
Metacritic gave it a 79, which
So
is
it's like it's decent. It's
yeah,
okay.
it's a little above average. It's not bad, but it looked like it did get like some mixed reviews by some people. I don't know, but at the end of the day, I'm sure it's gonna be like a really like stunning experience. You know.
Yeah.
Doing that in VR.
Mm-hmm.
I need to watch a review though to learn more about it. But what other games are like the PlayStation exclusives have been announced for the VR? And do we still have access to the same ones from
No.
No? That's such a shame.
Yeah. That's why I was like, bro, it's such an easy toss up. It's such an easy toss up for real. Like, it made me upset that they couldn't, like, bring it over. Your entire catalog that you have on PSVR doesn't move over to PSVR2.
That's really annoying.
That's so annoying. For people that bought it, for people that bought PlayStation VR, that's really annoying.
And the original, I have one, but the original PSVR doesn't work on the PS5.
I don't know. I actually don't know because I don't have one. I'm not sure.
I'm pretty sure it does not.
Okay, when it comes to games, there are a few that are just like exclusive, very exclusive games that are only going to be on PlayStation.
You can hook up the original one.
Oh, you can? Oh, okay, cool.
I didn't have that many games to begin with. I honestly think the best experience I had was with Super Hot VR.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
That was super fun.
Yeah, it's because it's fun. It's because it's fun.
It's so fun because you move your head and you actually move your head in the game to like dodge the bullets. So it really does feel like the Matrix.
I'm gonna be really excited about shooters. There's a game that's called Pavlov VR.
Mm-hmm.
It's a multiplayer PSVR shooting game.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna be excited to see if there's because it's a PC VR shooter. So I don't know if
I'm
there'll
looking
be
at the tab. I'm
cross-platform
looking at the
situation.
tabs you have here. You have a tab open of the VR2.
Yeah.
A charging station for the
I was
looking at it.
Yeah, I was looking at it.
So you're for sure buying it.
Yeah.
Is it out?
No, not yet.
It's not out.
There's still pre-orders for it if you're interested.
So
there's some jigsaw puzzles.
Call of the Mountain comes out the 22nd. Is that the same?
It comes out the same day. It comes out same day. Okay. Sung in the Smoke is going to be one that comes out release date. Puzzling Places. Like it looks like a game that you like.
Let me see. PSVR2.
They're like at least what it says on the blurb is that it's like you put together hyper realistic miniatures of places around the globe, which sounds really cool, honestly.
Yeah. So Resident Evil Village. Yeah, I mean, I played Resident Evil 7 on PSVR. I played the whole game through. That shit was intense. That was really fun.
Yeah.
Still didn't beat Super Hot though.
It's hard to beat a game.
No Man's Sky. Have you played No Man's Sky?
Yeah, man.
I've wanted to get into it so bad, but
when I heard that there was the free update for PS5, I played it. Man, it looks good. Yeah. Oh my god, it looks incredible.
You know what? I need someone to play the game with because I don't quite get playing the game by myself.
Are you down to play it?
Yeah, I'm down to play No Man's Sky.
I'm down to play it on PS5. I don't know how it would play in VR. I bet it'd be super crazy.
I bet it'd be pretty dope.
Honestly, it probably is, and I'm probably gonna get it because I'm curious to play it. Like,
yeah. So what's Moss
2. I'm ready to play Moss and Moss 2. If there's, I don't know how.
What is that?
I think you can play Moss on PS.
Is this like a platforming game?
No, I think it's like hand-to-hand combat type of
this little
experience.
This little mouse thing.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
It looks really cool. Synth Riders Remastered Edition is
Resident Evil 4 is gonna be VR.
Yeah.
Really?
You mean Resident Evil Village?
That's 4.
No.
Oh,
4. It's gonna be VR.
Oh, I don't know.
I'm so excited for that.
Hold on.
Oh please. Oh please. Does it say it? Does it say it?
I don't know.
Oh, of course, NFL Pro Era. I'm gonna play some football. I'm a huge football fan, so I'm excited for that. What the Bat looks like What the Golf. Oh, it is. It's from the same people that made What the Golf.
Resident Evil 4 remake on PS5 is getting PSVR2 content.
IDC, yes. Tetris Effect. Did you ever play the Tetris Effect games?
That's the one with all the...
Yeah, like the particles flying.
Yeah, the particles. Bro, yeah,
that in VR, ooh, man. They're really gonna... See, that's the best part about it hooking up to the PS5. It really gets to, like, boast what the PS5 is made of. And also, there's a lot of cool things that they added to it. Like the tracking, it knows where you're looking at.
Really?
So, like, if, like, say, for example, you're looking out into the distance, it'll cache those images.
Like the depth of field?
Yes. So that it really immerses you so that you can like look at all the detail in the background.
Wow, that's really interesting.
That's what they were talking about with Call of the Mountain, is that you can look out into the distance and get like really clear like pictures of what like the mountain looks like, or like what other things are out in the wild. Like if like an enemy is coming close, like if an enemy is running towards you but it's like kind of far out, you'll like see it like very clearly. Like it'll hyper focus you, which is really cool. I thought that was really interesting.
Song in the Smoke is what, like a survival game?
Yeah, it looks like it's like a survival game.
But it already been out. It was a game on Steam.
Oh, it's a game on Steam?
How did
it do for reviews?
It looks like it got like 7. Yeah, 7 out of 10 on Steam.
That's pretty good.
4.5 MetaQuest VR headsets. Oh, so it was on the MetaQuest as well.
Yeah.
And that was being brought over. Okay.
Creed Rise to Glory Championship Edition. I'm pretty excited for that.
What's that?
Creed?
Like the movie?
Like the movie.
Like the boxer?
Yeah.
They're making a video game?
They've already made a VR game for it.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so funny. I had no idea.
Yeah. They already have a VR game for that. That's why I was like,
so out of like the sports games loop. Thank God you're here for that, because I don't know about those type of games.
Like I don't play a lot of me personally, I don't play a lot of sports games. If it were, in VR, of course. Like it's a lot of fun because like you're doing it in person. Yeah. It's like
I've seen people play this.
I'm not gonna lie. If I played the football game, for sure, like I don't want it to be like a Wii situation. I don't want it to be like a Wii situation where like I accidentally chuck my controller out.
Yeah. No,
Did you ever do that when you had a Wii?
Chuck my controller?
Yeah.
Yes.
I did. I did, and I made a hole in my wall.
Really?
Yeah, dude.
Oh my God.
I had a drywall back in Georgia when I had it. Like I don't remember exactly when the Wii came out, but
You never used a strap?
I had a strap. The strap broke on it.
Really?
I was playing I was playing tennis. Was it tennis? Yeah, I was playing like tennis or something. And it must have just like it came out of my hand, and like the strap tried to hold on to it, and it just snapped. It chucked right into the corner
That's crazy.
of my wall.
How old were you?
I think I was like 13, 14.
Wow.
Dude, it was incredible. It was so funny. There's a ton of games that are coming out for it.
Yeah.
Obviously, Gran Turismo 7, which I'd be super stoked for. Jurassic World.
But really,
Aftermath.
all you really care about Call of the Mountain.
I mean, well, yeah, it's a
Well,
big.
you're gonna
It's a
spend the
big
most
deal.
time. And No Man's Sky probably.
That No Man's Sky.
No Man's Sky,
okay,
is that
but
like the full game VR, or is that just like a?
I don't know.
Because
I'm
that's
gonna
what
have
I
to-
don't like about these VR games is that they're not like real games. Well, they are real games, but it's like they're not. It doesn't seem like a full length game most of the time. But I think with No Man's Sky, it's like the full game.
If it is, I might just do it instead of play the game itself. Like
I
instead
would
of
play
playing
the
on
game in
PS.
VR. That seems so cool.
Bro, if you could do PSVR2 and like I can play with you and you're on PS5, do you know how cool that shit would be?
That'd be dope.
I would be so freaking incredible.
Yeah, we're gonna look it up after this to see if we can do that.
There's also Star Wars Tales from the Galaxy's Edge that I really want to play. I'm like a huge Star Wars fan, so
Is that like a Tales game?
Yeah.
A Telltale game?
I think
Is
so.
it like story based?
It's like story based.
Yeah.
So and The Walking Dead, Saints to Sinners, Chapter 2. I want to play Chapter 1. There's a lot of like fighting involved, but obviously it's the same thing like in like any Star Wars game. There's like I'm sure there's like blasters that you're using. There's lightsabers that you're gonna be using. Tons of that stuff. So like I'm here for that.
Yeah.
What the bat, if it's anything like what the golf, I'm super excited for it.
How often do you think we're gonna get like release schedules for VR games? Like, you think it's gonna be like every state of play we get like a couple big releases, or like just one big release and few indie releases?
I think it would be smart because there's a couple of ways that that Sony does their like game releases for PlayStation. There's like state of play, and then there's like things that they go to like I don't know, like what's the big
expos or
E3 like
or
where they go like big expos like E3 where they go and announce these humongous games that are in development or whatever. I think it would be smart if they had a couple of really like
Game Awards is another one.
Yeah, I think it would be really important for this to be successful. For this to be successful, and for people to really believe that like VR is like the next big thing. I think it would be smart for them to put out like 1 to 2 really big first party games per year, and then have really good third party games that people can be like, I want to jump in on this because it looks like it's a lot of fun.
I hope they like continuously bring over like the whole catalog of VR games that we have like on Steam and MetaQuest. Like,
I just want them to be backwards compatible, because like if you had a PSVR, it should be compatible with PSVR2. If you have the account,
another thing is that system is not going to work for PC, right? Like, I can't plug in the VR system to my PC and use
No, I don't think so. It's a PlayStation thing. Like,
it's not like Xbox.
It's not like Xbox.
It's the fact that it's literally the price of another PlayStation.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
No, well, it's more.
Yeah.
I think it's more. They're also, I think there's this game that looks really cool, Altair Breaker, that looks like an anime. Honestly, it's on Oculus Quest, so I'm curious to see some gameplay.
Dude, did you see that?
Oh, it's a fighting game. Nice.
Atomic Heart didn't get that good reviews.
Oh, the review's out already?
Yeah.
Okay, we're swapping over because this is actually a big deal for me because I really wanted to play Atomic Heart. We're swapping gears.
But
last thing about PSVR, while he's looking this up, I want this to be a success. I'm putting my money where my mouth is, and I am buying PSVR 2.
Yo, that's crazy. What the hell?
So I'm going to buy PSVR 2 with the Call of the Mountain bundle. Like, I want it to be successful. So I would like to know, just in general, people's feeling about PSVR 2, if they think it's going to work, if they think it's not going to work, what games would be really cool for it in the future. I'm curious to know, and if anybody's going to be playing No Man's Sky on PSVR 2, because like I'm going to play with Chris, I'm down to play it. I'm down to play with people because I've never played it. Like,
I've always wanted to play No Man's Sky, but I tried playing it with myself, but
it's just not as fun.
I didn't get into it.
I feel like if I played it with people, I feel like it's going to be 10 times more fun.
Yeah.
Like 100%. Like it's all about the game experience. Like at the end of the day, it's all about the experience.
Yeah. But dude, so the Atomic Hearts reviews like came out today. IGN gave it an 8, but then everyone else bombed it. So
really? Like how much is
IGN gives it an 8. Game Rant 2 out of 5. Games Radar 2.5 out of 5.
2.5 out of 5?
Skill Up, on YouTube.
Yeah.
I saw his review on it, and he was like saying that it's not good. It just seems like it just seems like a messy game. Like it had big ideas and it has a cool setting, a cool theme, but like I don't know. I haven't played it, so I don't really know myself. GameSpot gave it a 6 out of 10. I don't know what some people are saying about it, but
when is this release date? When is it? February 21st. Oh, so it's tomorrow.
Yeah, it comes out tonight, midnight tomorrow. But yeah, Games Radar said a messy game with big ideas that are in desperate need of refinement.
Oy.
I mean, dude, the concept of the game looked awesome.
Yeah,
you know, it had like
paper,
a great
really
art direction. It's like super
100%.
futuristic and like this apocalyptic setting.
But not just that. It's the gameplay. It's the fighting. It's the shooting. Yeah. It looks really like
it looks like almost like BioShock.
Really yeah,
it almost looks
well, it's made by the same people that did. Yeah. I think it's made by the same people that did BioShock. That's why.
For real? Is that why?
I think so. I just read it somewhere.
That's a big disappointment then.
Yeah, that's why I was like picking up where the likes of BioShock left off.
Man,
did this really do that bad?
I can't believe IGN gave it an 8 out of 10, but everyone else gave it such a low score.
Yeah, what? That's kind of depressing. Like it looked really good. Like it looks.
Yeah,
really
I don't know. I would have to look into more what people are saying about it.
Then again, like in all honesty, I think I'm one for liking shitty games. So I don't know what it is. Well, like some of the games that I like, you don't like.
Yeah.
Like but like
I play a lot of niche genres. I mean, I just being really into JRPG and just like indie games. Like sometimes I don't touch a lot of like Western releases.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
This kind of gives me, well, definitely BioShock. Like,
well, that's what a lot of people are saying.
Maybe like the Fallout reviews now, like some people Fallout, are saying it has like it gives me like Fallout 4 kind of look. Well, actually, combat more than anything definitely gives me. BioShock look.
Yeah. So like the reviews are saying that the story just doesn't even like it's not interesting at all. It's just like whatever. It's just fluff.
It's fluff to like in comparison to like
supposedly the music's good though. I'm not gonna buy it. I'm not gonna play it.
I still want to try it. I still want to play it. I still want to try it.
Yeah, it's definitely mixed reviews.
You know what else got really mixed?
Metacritic gave it a 75, which really isn't that bad. But like, you see, this is what I don't understand. Like, it has such mixed reviews. Yo, Like a Dragon comes out tomorrow. There's so many games coming out.
Ishin. Yeah, it comes out tomorrow.
And what's that one again? That one is like
okay. So sorry, what was it?
That was made by Sega.
What's it called?
Sekiro?
No, what's the game called?
Ishin? Like a Dragon?
Okay, so Like a Dragon Ishin
that's the Yakuza people.
Yes, it's the Yakuza people. But the thing is that game never came out in the West. It only came out in the East.
Okay.
So it was only like on that side of the world that game was released. Mm-hmm. So we're getting that game. So technically it's a remaster or a remake? No, it's not a remake. It's a remaster. It's a remaster of a game that never came out in the States.
Got it.
So it still has like all that feel of a Yakuza game.
Yeah.
But like an older Yakuza. Mm-hmm. So some people may like that, but some other people may find that as like a big turn off.
What's the game called? Like a Dragon Ishin?
Like a Dragon Ishin? I think that's what it's called.
Dude, a lot of the Yakuza series completely escaped me, but I've been trying to get into it for years, man. I really have been. But okay, I see this. Yeah, I see it. It looks fun. It looks
cool. Like it's any other Yakuza game. Like it's a lot of fun. Like if you like just bashing
I used to watch like Let's Plays of the Yakuza series.
Yeah.
I used to love the Shenmue.
Shenmue. I never played Shenmue though.
Really?
Yeah.
They have the Shenmue 1 and 2 on Switch, right?
They have the remasters.
They're dated, bro.
Yeah, of course those games are dated. It's the same thing with Like a Dragon Ishin. It's going to play dated. Mm-hmm. But some people really like that because like they want to feel that nostalgia. But the thing is, for us who never got that release, we won't have that nostalgia. Mm-hmm. We'll just feel like it's kind of dated.
Yeah.
But like some people find that like endearing, or like they like Yakuza games, so they enjoy it. I think for a lot of people, they're going to enjoy the game, and some people will be like, and then touch it and then like never want to play it again.
Yeah.
But you know what else got like kind of mixed reviews was Tales of Symphonia.
Yeah, I saw that it was getting mixed reviews, but why? What was going on?
It plays dated. Well,
it's the thing is, it's not. The thing is, it's just a remaster though. It's not supposed to be a remake.
Yeah, of course. But like
so yeah, it plays like it played when it first came out.
Exactly.
Years
but
ago.
It'll look a lot better.
Yeah.
So like when it first came out, like granted, like it's still getting like pretty decent reviews.
No, dude,
it's still got like
super. okay, Tales of Symphonia is one of like the first Tales games to really bring in like a huge audience. Like before Tales of Symphonia, I believe it was Tales of Fantasia and Tales of Eternia and Tales of Destiny.
Is this an ARPG or is it like
action RPG? Action RPG.
It's an action
so all the
RPG.
Tales games have always been action RPGs.
Okay.
But Tales of Symphonia was the first release for GameCube, and I believe it was the first 3D one because previous to this one, 3D in the sense that they move on a 3D plane.
Yeah.
But those games are kind of interesting because it's not like truly 3D. It's like you move left and right, but then you have a free button that you hold.
Oh,
and
so
that
you can
allows
like move
you,
into like the foreground
that allows
and the
you to
background.
move.
Oh, that's kind of
depth.
cool.
Yeah,
okay.
but that's how it started. Now Tales games, like the latest release was Tales of Arise, and Tales of Arise, that's full.
Oh, I love Tales of Arise.
Action RPG.
Did you get to play it?
Yeah.
We talked about it. We talked about it like
a
little bit.
I want to get back into it to do my New Game Plus of it. But
you beat it completely.
Yeah.
I never got to beat it.
I beat it in like 2 weeks.
Really?
Yeah.
In 2 weeks?
But dude, JRPG releases, I binge hard. I take days off of work.
Wow.
I take days off of work to play JRPGs, bro.
You're wild.
No,
You're wild.
Because that's my shit, man. That's what I play.
Yeah.
So Tales of Symphonia.
It got like an 86 on Metacritic, 8.8 on GameSpot.
It's an amazing
8.5.
game. I've played it on GameCube and I've played it on the PC Steam release, I think. It had a Steam release and I played it on Steam as well.
Yeah,
the Steam release was great and the original GameCube release was great.
Yeah.
This Switch release, I may still get it and I may play it again just for...
Well, it's a $40 game. That's it.
Yeah. I mean
it's worth... Like, if it's a remaster,
it honestly should be $30. It honestly, in my opinion...
I don't know. $29.99? I don't know.
2004, bro.
Oh, but I don't know, man.
It's almost 2 decades.
Yeah, but it was a good game.
No, I know. But...
Like, it's like Metroid Prime. Metroid Prime came out and it was $39.99. That's worth it for that game.
But also
for people that like Tales of Symphonia,
Nintendo raises their shit so much.
Yeah, but that's not a pain point for a lot of people.
The original Tales of Symphonia on GameCube goes for $100 on eBay.
Like complete?
I have that.
But complete? Do you have everything? Do you have like manual and everything in it?
Yeah, I have the box.
Oh yeah, that's
I have
easy
the box,
worth it.
manual, and GameCube disc.
Oh yeah, because like some people will have the game and the box, but not the manual. Some people will have like the game, but not the box that it originally came in.
I need to go get all that shit. I have all that shit in storage.
Yeah,
all those old games.
But
I also I have my old Dreamcast. I have my old NES, Super Nintendo.
Do you have your GameCube? Do you have a?
Yeah, I have my GameCube. I have Soul Calibur for the GameCube with the one with Link in it.
We're gonna talk about
Soul Calibur 2.
We're gonna after all this, we're gonna talk about pricing.
Why? Because GameCubes go for a lot now,
huh? No. I think they go for like around like a little less than what they were when they came out retail.
Really? Which
is wild. Huh? I know, dude. That's crazy. I've actually wanted.
But I mean, plus like GameCube also still has such like a big audience because of like a Melee as well. Like
still people play it on like original hardware. Yeah,
on the
original CRTVs hardware. And the whole works. Because CRTV, for all the purists out there.
Well, I think a lot of them now play on like Dolphin like a lot of tournaments play like on.
No way would you play it on Dolphin emulator.
It's just because they have like I may be mistaken, but I'm not even going to talk about it because I don't even know the full extent.
I don't know if that's even worth it to play.
No, because I know a lot of people. There's like an updated Melee like file that a lot of the pros play, like to do net play and stuff like that, and that's what they all like unanimously use. And it's some modded version of Melee that like runs better FPS, has better textures. It's not like Project M.
No.
Okay. Well, Project M was like.
It sounds familiar.
Project M was like a modded version of Brawl, Smash Brawl.
It sounds familiar.
Yeah. But like
familiar.
Basically they did like something similar to that for Melee, and that's where a lot of the people like pro players play on. But I think that's when they're playing online and shit. But for net play.
For net play. I'm about to say for net play. I don't think for tournaments they would do that.
Yeah,
they just get original hardware and go for it. Go to town on it.
But Tales of Symphonia, so what? It literally just got bad reviews because it's the same game.
No, the thing is that it got good reviews, but people online, there's mixed reviews online.
You know what the issue is, bro? Is that people don't understand the difference between a remake and a remaster still.
Oh yeah.
We're in 2023 and people like still don't get the difference between a remake and a remaster. It's like the easy way to look at it is like, dude, just look at Final Fantasy VII. Like that's a full-on remake.
That is
like,
a full-blown remake.
Like it's a remake when there's new textures, new models, like voice actors added in. Like they changed the gameplay mechanics of the game.
Like it's basically a whole brand new game. It's a whole brand spanking new game with the same story.
So what's Dead Space? Is Dead Space a remake?
It is
or is it a remaster?
I believe it's
somewhat of a remake, is it not?
Yeah, it's because
they added stuff to it. I know they added have that shit that like when you shoot specific parts of the body, like they tear off.
Oh yeah, they tear off, and then like yeah. So there's stuff like that.
But it's the same games.
It is the same game, but that's kind of what a remake is.
But
a remaster has like the same.
I mean,
like,
I would say Dead Space is following like it's on the line. It's on the line of remake remaster because like it's essentially the same game.
Kind of.
What's another one?
Well, but the thing is that Final Fantasy VII Remake is technically the same game. You would say it's the same game.
No, it's not. No, but it's even of a different story. It's even somewhat of a different story. Like it changes the story too.
Kind of.
It does. But like
you follow it.
That's a remake.
But you follow it and it's the same. Like
no,
it is Final Fantasy VII.
Yes,
You're
but it's a
Final Fantasy
I know,
VII.
But the game is different. The mechanics.
Of course, like the game is different. The mechanics are different. So what makes it a remake? Is it the mechanics that you're doing to play it?
The textures,
okay,
the mechanics.
So so I would say that Dead Space is
what do they call it? Like what is this? Is it just called Dead Space?
Dead Space. It's just called Dead Space.
Oh my god, they didn't want to mess with it. They didn't want to like.
No, you're gonna get all the purists really pissed off.
Yeah, so
why would you do that?
Dead Space.
That's a horrible idea. Like no.
Dead Space Returns? No, that's not what they call it.
No way.
It's literally
it's just called Dead Space.
Dead Space.
It's just called Dead Space. People are calling it a remake.
Dead Space Remake got a new patch.
Yeah.
Okay.
They're calling it a remake. It is a remake.
It's a remake.
Whatever.
Point is, Tales of Symphonia. It's called a remaster in the title.
It is a remaster. It's because it is.
So how are you going to review
remaster? Means that it basically bumps everything up to like 1080p. Just stick it on, Chris.
Sorry, guys. Okay.
Technical issues. No, it's okay. So basically, it's the same game, but with better textures, better graphics.
Mm-hmm.
It's probably locked at
it's just a better frame rate. It's just a better port, and they improved performance.
Yes. So it's a port. It's a better port.
It's a better port, meaning like better performance and better like graphical fidelity and like better just textures and stuff like that.
Yeah.
It's not new textures. It's the same animations and sprites and
the way things are.
From
yeah,
before.
it's the same assets.
It's better.
Yeah, like
it just looks
when
cleaner.
When you had Dead Space is like
so is Dead Space using
like
Dead Space is using new models.
Yeah.
Okay, it's using new everything. So yeah, so it's a remake.
So it's a remake.
It's a remake.
Okay, so now that we've got that, yeah, I was like, everybody who really had it, like, for people that don't know video games, that's the difference between a remaster and a remake.
Yeah.
Period.
Another thing this week released was Wild Hearts.
Yes, and I haven't played it, but Chris has played it. Chris?
So I played about an hour of it. I haven't played much. I'm gonna play more when I get home today.
And what are your first impressions on it?
First impressions, it's fun. It looks fun. It plays fun. It played pretty well. I say like very minor stuttering, but I will talk about performance stuff. But I'll first talk about like, first of all, it's a Monster Hunter-esque type game in the fact that you fight giant monsters. Right? Okay. But it is unfair to compare it to Monster Hunter.
Why?
Because first of all, okay, the company who made Wild Hearts is Koei Tecmo and W Force, I believe.
Yeah.
They're like responsible for making all the warrior games.
Yeah. The
like
Dynasty Warriors,
Samurai Warriors, Hyrule Warriors, all of them.
Yeah.
Okay. They're also responsible. They have made another Monster Hunter-esque title in the past, Suikoden. That was for the PSP and PS Vita, I believe. Suikoden 1 and 2.
Yeah. I think it actually is on PlayStation.
Yeah, I think they
it's on PSN. I think it's on PSN.
But I played a little of the Suikoden games. I've played other Monster Hunter-esque games like Soul Sacrifice was another one. That one's badass. But then like
this is what
God
we consider. This is basically what we consider somebody who is very much involved in all games that even remotely look like Monster Hunter, because like,
a grind fest.
It's a full-blown grind fest that you can sink in a good majority of your entire year in this game and still have things to do.
I played God Eater, which was another Monster Hunter type game, and now I'm playing Wild Hearts. And Wild Hearts seems very fun, and it has a lot of cool new things in it that make it special in the sense that like it has this whole katakuri system where it's like you use these threads to like build things, right? And this is where people like compare it to Fortnite. They call it like Monster Hunter meets Fortnite.
That's
because you like build these contraptions that you can use to help fight the monsters. But the more cool part, in my opinion, is that you can use the katakuri to make like these more permanent katakuri contraptions around the world. Yeah. Which is like you can set up your base wherever you want. Like let's say you're setting up your campfire. Like you know how usually in games like you go to a base and it's set there. You can set your base up wherever you want. Okay. You set up your campsite, your stuff to like farm resources. Like you can set up these zip lines to basically get to different points in the map, and those are permanent. Like where you set up the zip line in your world is where it's gonna stay.
Oh, it doesn't move. Like
it doesn't move.
It just stays there.
And that's what's cool.
That's kind of cool. That's kind kind of cool.
Like, so it's not truly open world. It's like you're in this instance of a world, right? So like if we play together,
okay.
If
Do our zip lines?
we okay, so we progress. I believe that we progress at the same pace. So like if we're both playing story mode, like the main mission, we will both progress together. But whatever contraptions we put in your world, they're in your world. I go to my world and I play single player. I have to set up all my own stuff again.
I was just about to ask
Which
you
is whatever, because like I would want to also set up my own stuff anyways.
Yeah.
Okay, so point is, I've seen a ton of Monster Hunter pros talk about like Wild Hearts.
Yeah.
And the reviews and stuff like that. Everyone says it's fun, it's good, but there have been very obvious performance issues. But I believe one, that's because like obviously the reviewers are playing a pre-release copy of the game.
I'm about to say it's like they haven't patched anything.
They're playing the PC version of the game, and the PC version of the game has horrible performance issues, it seems like. But I think it's already gotten a day one patch and another patch. I think it's already gotten 2 fixes.
Is that on PC or
on PC?
Oh, it's on PC.
But as far as PlayStation,
I
haven't run into any like crazy issues yet. But the general consensus is that there's like a little glitchiness here and there, like a little like stuttering, or if not stuttering,
is it during
like,
combat or is it during the open world?
It's more of like clipping through enemies because the enemy is so big.
Yeah,
or
I mean
like,
if you watch this game, like these monsters are enormous.
Yeah,
this shit is huge.
It's just like the jankiness of having such a big enemy next to you. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and like they're like it's not just that they're like around you. They're like crashing into things, destroying things, like making humongous messes of things. Like,
and that's another really really neat thing about this that Monster Hunter doesn't do. Monster Hunter, I say one of its biggest points is its monster designs, right? Like Monster Hunter's it has variants of monsters, like, and the monsters, like the way you fight them, you learn so much about them when you fight them and stuff like that, you know. But what's cool about the monsters in Wild Hearts is that like the monsters are like almost a part of the environment, and they shape the environment.
Well, that's kind of cool.
Like you saw that like Ice Wolf and stuff like that. That whole area is ice, and like flakes of ice brush off its fur and stuff like that, and create like blizzards.
Cool. Oh, that's super cool.
Like, dude, it's very very unique, and it's really fun.
Mm-hmm.
The only bad things I've been hearing about it have honestly just been like graphical and performance issues.
But it plays.
But those issues have been on pre-release reviews.
Yeah, because the game.
PC.
Yeah. But you know what I really like?
PC releases have been shit lately.
Yeah.
All PC releases have been so poorly optimized lately.
Yeah.
So
one of my biggest gripes when it comes to Monster Hunter Rise was the fact that, at least for me, not maybe obviously you played this game into oblivion.
I am currently still playing Monster Hunter Rise for the second time.
For the second time.
I played 300 hours on the Switch edition of Monster Hunter Rise, and now I'm replaying it again on console PS5.
That's enormous. So one of my biggest gripes is that I feel like everything moves very slowly. Like it's very methodical. Like I feel like people don't move as fast. Like I love when things move fluidly and you're like making split second decisions, and you're trying to figure out exactly what like the weakness of like a certain monster is to like defeat it. For me, that's like a huge thing that I had a gripe with when playing Monster Hunter Rise. When I'm watching gameplay of this, like everything moves so fast.
Wild Hearts moves a lot faster.
Like it looks
and here's what I want to say, because I am very passionate about the Monster Hunter series and this genre of games.
Yeah.
And this just goes into what I said before, that it's wrong to compare this game to Monster Hunter, because Monster Hunter has had 2 decades worth of games.
Yeah.
They have been crafting our experiences like through each title. And my defense for Monster Hunter and what you say about the mechanicalness of it is that honestly, to me, that's what makes Monster Hunter what it is.
See, that's
the mechanical nature of it, because Monster Hunter in the old days, bro, like Monster Hunter on the PSP, like Monster Hunter, I played Monster Hunter Tri and shit like that, which was like still not even the oldest one, but back then, bro, shit was so mechanical. Like to take a potion, you have to put your weapon away and then take the potion. And also, you can't move and drink a potion. You have to stand still.
Oh, that's horrifying.
So like, let's say you're fighting a monster, you need to heal, you need to disengage from the monster, run away, put away your weapon, drink the potion, draw your weapon, go back to the monster, start attacking again.
Does it still have like
it's like a whole 10 to 15 second like thing to just take
disengage and just take a potion.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But that's because like Monster Hunter is the type of game it is. It's very like strategic, and it's very much just about learning the monsters. And like once you get to a level where you fought like the same monster 5 or 6 times, and you know that the monster, they go into these attack patterns.
Yeah.
Their behavior, you learn it, and then that mechanical nature of the game helps you make those split-second decisions, especially in Rise, because Rise is more fluent than all the other ones in the past, in the fact that like almost every weapon in Rise now has a parry, like a counterattack and a parry.
Yeah.
So not only can you dodge now, you can like backstep, dodge. There's like a Superman dive, which is like a big dodge, right? And there's like every weapon has a counterattack.
Yeah.
You know, and it's just like, it's so fun when you're fighting the monster. I mean, I could talk about Monster Hunter all day.
Yeah.
But the thing is that it's just wrong to compare Wild Hearts and Monster Hunter, because Monster Hunter has been like building and building and building upon every iteration.
Yeah.
The game adds more.
Yeah.
Like World added more than Generations did. Generations added more than 4 did. Rise added more than World did. And it's like they progressively add more like battle mechanics to it. And Wild Hearts is just taking that genre and trying to do their own thing with it.
Yeah.
And honestly, I think it's doing a good job. Like I really want to go back home and play it, but honestly, I just also really want to play Monster Hunter.
Yeah. So who's this game for? Is it like for somebody who's
it's
like
for
a Monster Hunter fan?
Listen, if I wasn't replaying Monster Hunter Rise right now because it just got released like a few weeks ago, and I want to like get to like end game so I can be ready for the Sunbreak expansion.
Yeah.
I would be playing Wild Hearts right now.
Yeah.
Because I want to play Wild Hearts because I am a Monster Hunter fan, right? And from what I see on YouTube of like all the Monster Hunter YouTubers I watch, like they all are having fun with it. So I want to play it too, you know? And it really, man, all those games are about is just like getting good.
Yeah. You have to just be good at this game. I feel
those
like
games are just about getting good at your weapon, like learning your weapon, honing in on your weapon.
But I do feel like,
and then like learning the monster. Like once you learn your weapon and then you learn the monster, it's really like a dance. It's really like because these fights, it's all boss fights, you know? Like never are you having issues with the small enemies. Those are just fodder.
Yeah, I was like, you know, that's just like, for whatever.
It's just for gaining materials and shit.
I'm about to say, it's just gaining material.
The main thing is just fighting the monsters, the main bad guys. And like once you have a good flow of the game, it's like it's a gaming experience. Like no, it gets me so hyped because like once you like learn the monster and you beat it faster and better the next time, it's always fun. It has so much replayability in my opinion. And I mean, I just like games where you grind and farm for materials.
Yeah.
So
all right, so well, I guess that leads me into what we're playing this week. Chris, you're playing Monster Hunter Rise on console.
Yeah.
And how does it play on console in comparison to?
Yo, I love it so much, man.
Yeah,
4K,
is it better? Is it
4K 60 frames at 120 hertz?
Do you like it better than how you when you played it on Switch?
Dude, I mean, I had fun either way, but like I played a lot of Monster Hunter Rise just not even directly docked. I played it just handheld.
Yeah.
And like now playing it on console, it's so much smoother, man.
Oh,
I just love it so much.
I was like, man,
I'm
you
so
get to utilize all the hardware of that PS5.
Melissa, my girlfriend at home, she like watches me play like nonstop, and she's like, no, you have like an issue. You have like you're nonstop with it. Like, yeah, like
that's all you do, man. As like we were talking about it earlier, it's like, man, I feel like if you really could, like this would be the game.
I have like a schedule with the game, bro. Like I'm currently farming the last.
This
boss.
is in his schedule, and then afterwards he's gonna go home and play Monster Hunter Rise.
like, dude, I just love those games because it brings me back to like old school MMO.
Yeah.
Just like I feel like MMOs nowadays like are just so dried out and like overplayed, and like classic PC MMOs like they just don't do as well anymore.
What about
now? Like the console MMOs that do well
Final
are like,
Fantasy.
No, but like Final Fantasy 14, it's like the top one right now. And
like,
WoW, of course, but no, but back in the day, like
early
early 2000s, mid 2000s, like dude, there were so many MMOs that I was into. Like I was playing a new MMO like every week.
Yeah.
And grinding those games was so fun. And I remember growing up, I always wanted to get into the Monster Hunter series, but it was such a hard series to get into because one, it was a game where like you kind of had to play online, like on PSP, and like I just didn't get it. Like I didn't get what type of game it was, but I would always watch videos on it.
Yeah.
And then when my first one was Generations, that was the first one I played for the 3DS.
I'm about to say that's 3DS.
3DS.
I have it on 3DS too.
Yo, it was I got somewhat into it, like 10-20 hours, and then I stopped.
Monster Hunter 4.
But then when World came out, I sunk like 200 hours into World.
That's like half his lifespan.
Yeah. World was badass.
It's like I also felt that
Monster Hunter 6 will get announced soon.
You think so?
Yeah, a new Monster Hunter will get announced.
Why did somebody talk about it?
I mean, there's been rumors.
But wait a minute.
There's been rumors.
When did Monster Hunter Rise come out? When there's
2019.
But Sunbreak's already coming out.
Okay, remember I explained this. So there's 2 versions of Rise.
Yeah.
Well, there's technically 3 versions of Rise. There's Rise Rise on So there's Rise on PC.
There's Rise on Switch.
Rise on Switch, and there's Rise on PlayStation, right? Or console. You would say PlayStation and Xbox.
I don't really care about Xbox.
So the Switch is at the most up-to-date title update, because Monster Hunter games are like MMOs in the sense that they
have a lot of like
excuse me, they get patches, they get title updates.
I'm about to say
like every couple months there'll be like 2 new monsters, 3 new armor sets, a couple weapons, this and this and that, right? But then Monster Hunter will also have big expansions. As of the last 3 main titles, like Generations had Generations Ultimate, World had World Iceborne, and now Rise has Rise Sunbreak. And so the expansions for Monster Hunter are like big, like they're adding multiple new locales, like worlds, multiple new monsters, multiple new weapons, a whole storyline associated with it, it's basically like a whole nother game on top of Rise. So
you already think
that the PC and Switch version have already had Rise and Sunbreak for a while. But the PlayStation is just base Rise with all the updates. All the updates that Rise got before Sunbreak came out, that's what PlayStation 5 has right now.
So right now they're expecting Sunbreak to come out
spring, sometime spring, March.
For console. So you already have a feeling that they're already in development of a new Monster Hunter at the moment.
Monster Hunter 6, yeah.
Yeah. They're already
I've already seen people like speculate rumors on like if it will be announced this year, and I think it will. Especially
maybe E3.
Especially because because Sunbreak is still getting title updates right now.
Yeah, I know.
But like it just got title update 4, which was like its last big title update. But it seems like it's reaching the end of like
that life.
Listen, Monster Hunter with the last few iterations reach a point where like you get so overpowered because like all the expansions add more and more ways for you to like min-max your build.
Yeah.
These Japanese games are all about like min-maxing your build. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like to get the fastest time possible on this run, like fighting a monster. And like it's now just reaching that peak where like speedrunners are like beating enemies in like less than a minute sometimes.
That's nuts.
And that's crazy for a Monster Hunter game. Like beating an enemy in a minute. That means you not only learn the monsters like every single move, but like you have the best build possible, like
to attack an enemy and just
so
obliterate
like it's starting to reach that like glass ceiling of power of like if we add anything more to the game, you're too broken.
Yeah.
So like it happened with World as well with the end of Iceborne, with the last few updates where like you reach the end, you have all these skills available to you, you have all these stat bonuses, and like Rise and the Sunbreak expansion that just came out, the title update 4, like it feels like that. It feels like it's hitting the epitome of like the glass ceiling that the game can
like
handle.
you've already maxed out, so like people that have been playing and grinding this game for so long,
like Rise and Sunbreak it's hitting the end of its lifespan. I'd say, and like this year would probably be like the peak of its lifespan, and then we'll probably get an announcement, some type of like teaser trailer for Monster Hunter 6. I'd say
I would probably say like
sometime this year.
Does it always come out PC first and then console?
It's always been Nintendo first.
Nintendo first,
with the exception being
Cool.
World. World was the only one that was made. Oh, so this is the other thing. World was made for console exclusivity first.
Yes.
And then it was brought over to PC.
Yes.
But Monster Hunter has usually always been a Nintendo thing, but then it was also a PlayStation thing at the very beginning. Yeah. It was originally for the PS2.
Yeah. So it's either going to come out
during
E3.
It's going to be a new console release. It's going to be a PS5, Xbox One.
No. What about? Here's my speculation for the week. Here's my speculation for the week. It's like, what if it comes out with a new Switch? Like not as a new Switch, but like because I've been hearing rumors online and I've been reading a lot about it. Is that people think that the Switch is reaching its lifespan because of its performance, whatever.
We're at the longest period without a new Nintendo console, I think.
Yeah. I would definitely consider the Switch OLED is not. No, it's not a new console. It's not a new console.
It's a newer screen and better speakers.
Yeah, it's not a new console
and a better kickstand.
Yeah, though I will say it is a better kickstand.
No, the kickstand's way better.
And granted, it like OLED, like in handheld, looks incredible. Like it looks beautiful. Like everything looks brighter. Everything looks a lot better. But that's really it. I think that I really hope that when they do come out with a Switch 2, that it's backwards compatible. Please, for the love of God, let it be backwards compatible.
No, dude, that my eShop purchases have to still be available on the Switch.
Yeah, dude, because I cannot.
I've spent way too much money on those games, bro. Those classic games.
That would blow. That would really.
Dude,
suck.
My Switch is literally like a JRPG machine.
Yeah.
With the amount of fucking RPGs I have on there, it's ridiculous. It's like so crazy.
So I think that
I'm not gonna rebuy all that shit.
man, they really should put out like people are thinking that it's already at its lifespan. The thing is that Switches are still selling. They're still selling.
Dude, it's a super popular console. I mean, it's
it's
literally a great console.
Like I think
before I even had it when it got released, I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be one of the best consoles of all time.
Yeah, I think the closest thing to it is like Wii, and
it's just the portability and the dock mode and all that shit.
Like it's incredible. Like it's unbelievable. So I think that people are waiting. Like if you're gonna announce like a big game like that, like a huge game like that, like a new Monster Hunter, put it out with like a new console. Honestly, I wish they could do the same thing for like
they're not going to
Legend of Zelda.
Monster Hunter is still niche. It's still not like AAA title. It's still not like
I think
it's not like everyone knows the title. So it's Horizon. Horizon is a release title. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like it's a
that was yeah, it was Forbidden West was a release title for PS5.
Of course. So yeah,
or something like that. I don't
know. Horizon.
Forbidden West.
No.
That came out recently.
Zero Dawn was.
Zero Dawn was a release.
Zero Dawn was a release game with the PS4. With the PS4. The Last of Us. Damn, those were good games.
That's really good.
So I think what would probably be what's probably going to happen is that I think the last one of, if not the last big first party game from Nintendo that's probably going to be on Switch is probably going to be Zelda. I think that's going to be the last one. And then that would be a good send off.
They were even saying that Tears of the Kingdom has had such long delays because of the limitations with the Switch.
Yeah, man.
Because they're running on a fucking
I really hope it doesn't run like
8-year-old device.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
Please, I really hope this game.
No, it's not, dude. It's running the same engine as Breath of the Wild. It looks exactly the same.
Yeah,
but it's just gonna have new gameplay mechanics, obviously, new things to it.
So, that's what I think.
Yeah.
I think.
What are you playing? You're playing
Theater Rhythm.
Is that how you say it?
Theater Rhythm. Final Barline. I didn't think.
Is this a series of games? There's been other ones.
Yeah.
And you played the other ones?
Yeah, they're on 3DS.
I've never played them.
I thought I wasn't gonna like it as much as I liked it, and then I played it. So I had Theater Rhythm on 3DS. I've never played it because I have plenty of other games to play. So this is my first Theater Rhythm that I've ever played, and I did not.
How does it play like? I love rhythm games, but
So it plays like a regular rhythm game. So like like there are buttons where you tap it and you're like playing to the rhythm. There's holding you hold down buttons for them to like do long presses. There's like directional buttons where like you have to go left, right, up, down on the joy on like the actual controller, and like the same thing when you have to do it like double, like you have to double left or right, up, down, and it has
like different difficulty modes.
Yes, so there's a basic, advanced, expert, and then there's like another last one that's like extremely difficult. I haven't even remotely tried to do that, but let me explain to you something. This game has all the music from Final Fantasy 1 to the newest Final Fantasy game.
Really?
Dude, it's so much music, and it sounds so freaking good. And the really cool thing is,
what do you have it on?
Switch.
Is it on PlayStation too?
No.
Not just on Switch? Really?
I think it's only on Switch.
Wow.
I think it's only on Switch. You can play it. I think you can play it touchscreen on Switch.
Really?
I think so. I never tried it because I play. I have my controller, my Switch connected to like a controller that like it's housed.
You have the physical edition?
Yes.
Oh, you gotta let me borrow that.
Yeah, dude, it's so
absolutely
not because I
you're playing it. You're playing it. Yeah, you can play it.
It's the same thing with 13 Sentinels.
Don't worry, bro. I'm playing Monster Hunter. I'm playing Monster Hunter.
Let me play 13 Sentinels. I want to play.
I have his 13 Sentinels and I haven't even tried it.
I gotta play it because
I'll give it back to you.
They're calling this like one of the best games on Switch. I gotta play it. It's on. I think it's on sale. I think it's on sale right now.
On PlayStation?
No. On Switch. I think it's like.
I kind of want to get it on PlayStation.
You should get it on Switch. It plays. I think it runs great on Switch.
Dude, I've just been playing so much on my PS5 lately, and I love the load times. The load times are so fast,
like that,
so instant. That's another thing with Rise, dude. On playing Rise on the Switch, the load times, I swear to God, like going into a map was like 10-15 seconds.
Yeah.
On PS5, it's instant.
Oh
the
yeah.
The loading screen is 1 second, if that. Like it will go to the loading screen, and it kind of sucks a little bit because the loading screen in Rise rise is actually really nice because it's like a scroll art. So like it pans up the scroll and you see like the different monsters, but you never get to see the full scroll because it'll load in 1 second and you're in. So like you never get to see the whole scroll.
So wild. That's so wild. So the way that you play theater rhythm is that obviously you're playing it and you're like hitting the buttons to the beat and whatever, but you're also attacking monsters while you're playing. So like obviously,
really?
So like you'll lose health if you're not playing correctly.
Is there like RPG progression to it or no? It's just the plain music.
You level up
like through the song or just like in general?
Through the song. Like through the song, once you beat the song, you level up.
Oh, that's really cool.
And there's so many characters that you can play.
Really?
Like you
gain
levels.
You can play the characters from the games?
Right now I'm playing with the characters from Final Fantasy 3, but I just unlocked Final Fantasy 7. So you can like everybody starts at like level 1. So like you can play Cloud and you can play Tifa and you can play all these characters. Like
that's super cool.
Dude, it's so awesome. And like some people don't really like the chibi art style. I think it looks really cool.
I don't mind it.
I don't mind it at all. Especially when the music is this good. Oh man,
it's all about the music.
I did not think that like you don't really pay attention when you're playing like these RPGs. You really don't really pay too much. Like some people do. They pay a lot of attention to like the music. Like I'm so focused on like what I'm fighting against that like I don't really pay that much attention. But when you're playing these types of rhythm games, you really get to like experience and enjoy the music. And I'm such an audiophile that when I heard it for the first time, like even music that on the Final Fantasy 3, man, it sounds so good. Even now, like even
is it
now.
Final Fantasy 3 or Final Fantasy 6 3?
No, it's Final Fantasy 3.
3.
It's Final Fantasy 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Final Fantasy.
Did they do music?
They do all like Type O.
Really?
Oh yeah, 10, 10, 2, like all of them.
That's
even
really cool.
Even like Final Fantasy Online.
And like, do you get like when you like complete the songs and stuff? Do you get like collectibles or bonuses?
Yeah.
Or, like, yeah.
And like so for example, something that I thought was really cool was you can collect airships. So you like drop in on certain airships from like different games, which is really cool. You get to like summon, like you get different summons. So like right now I have like,
and these just appear like as you're playing.
Yeah, like as you're playing the song, like you, obviously like, and every character has different mechanics to them. So like there's like support, like there's supportive roles for characters. There's fighting ones. There's defense ones.
Oh, I want to play this,
dude. It's so fun. Like you can really dig deep into this game. Like it's
and I love rhythm games, bro. I just play a lot of rhythm games on my phone, honestly.
Yeah,
because it's just really easy. To
it's really easy to like, yeah, of course.
Rhythm games and stuff like
that. And actually, it's really surprising how like it's not an easy game. Yeah, it's kind of hard. Like,
what's that? There's that set of rhythm games. There's Japanese rhythm games for the Switch. The drumming one. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
it's like a sushi roll.
Yes,
like,
I know.
I have the game.
You have
that game? Is hard, so hard.
Yeah,
so hard. Javier.
Yeah,
dude, no.
It's like we play games that are like super hard. Like when it comes to like
no, dude, that rhythm game is impossible.
Like this Bleak Faith game.
It's crazy.
When it comes to like, he's talking about Dark Souls type games that are difficult. No, he's talking about rhythm games that are extremely difficult.
Rhythm. No, but it is. What's it called again? Taiko no Tatsuchin. Okay, that's what it's called. Rhythm Festival. I think that's the latest one that just came out. But I have one of the like other ones, which is like a collection edition on the Switch or something like that of like some of the games. And I think I was playing like on normal mode, like the one above easy. And I think I had to drop it down to easy because like
that's how I am with theater rhythm. I had to drop it down to easy. It's not easy.
The literal timing was so hard. Like it was honestly so hard for the timing. But for these games, like this one in particular, they sell like a drum set you can buy for it.
Yeah.
But I was thinking about it, but I'm like, am I really gonna go that far for this?
I don't know. But you should definitely try.
I want to try theater rhythm.
Try theater rhythm. I think you're really gonna like it. For anybody who likes rhythm games, I think this is a definite must buy.
And
if you like JRPGs, if you like Final Fantasy itself,
if you like Final Fantasy, it's a must buy.
Yeah, dude, it's like an homage to all the music from every single game. It's so cool, and like all the sprite work is done so well. Like it's such a wholesome game. It's really challenging. So when you gain levels, like you really feel like you succeeded. When you get like a triple S with like a perfect bar line, you feel like you succeeded. Like
did you play the Melody of Memory Kingdom Hearts?
Yeah,
the Kingdom Hearts one.
Yeah,
how was that one?
I like the music from Kingdom Hearts. Like I'm biased because I feel like anybody who plays like Theater Rhythm will be biased if they like Final Fantasy games. It's the same thing. Like it's the music from those games are really fun, and
it's more about being a fan of the series.
Yeah, like I think if you're a fan of any of those games, you're gonna enjoy it because like it's fun and like listening to the music is good. I think that Theater Rhythm has like that added concept of like you get to level up as you're beating the game.
Yeah.
So I think I only played a little bit of what's it called?
Melody of Memory.
Melody of Memories. I think I played a little bit. I played a good bit of it, but I don't remember if you level up or if you just level like if you get better. Like if you have like a score, like a score in on that level as like a particular. I also don't feel like that game isn't as hard as Theater Rhythm. I think Theater Rhythm is harder.
Yeah. It has what, like 3 or 4 difficulty modes?
It has 4 difficulty modes.
And you're playing on 2?
I'm playing on 1.
No way.
I'm shit you not.
Oh,
dude.
I'm excited.
Dude,
Did
it's
you ever
not
play?
easy.
Did you ever play DDR?
Yeah, but not like intense like all
not
y'all.
Intense.
Not like
the
crazy.
only one I ever played really intense was there's a rhythm game on my phone called Citus. I got really into that. Like I was S ranking like almost every song in that game. But then what else was I into, man? Hold on, bro. There was DDR, but there was one on the PC called Step Mania on the PC.
I've heard of
and
it.
you would
I've
use
heard of
the arrow keys.
Yeah.
And like people would mod the game and add like anime music to the game and shit like that. This was like early 2000s shit. I was playing like on this like old school desktop computer. But dude, I played Step Mania so much. It's like Osu. You know Osu?
No.
Osu is another rhythm game on the PC that I don't know if you've seen them. It's like a pad and they have a pen. And what they do is they draw. You've never seen Osu? OSU?
It's
it's
maybe if I'm gonna look it up. I'm gonna
like,
look it up.
Osu is, I mean, look it up after when we're done. But Osu is like literally like hardcore PC rhythm gaming. Like people are like crack out.
Oh yeah, like that.
Yeah, like hardcore. Like so, it's a pad that connects to your PC, like USB or whatever, and the pad like it's a stylus, right? And so what it is that
it's like
there's like circles and you drag it,
yeah.
like it's just like tap circle and
yes,
like drag.
I know what it is. I
like,
know what it is.
But people go crazy.
Yeah.
There's also like a clicking involved too. Like I think you're also supposed to like input on the keyboard as well.
That game is free to play.
Yeah, and then you just download songs and shit.
Yeah,
like it's free source, so people just like post all their own music, like all their own shit.
That's super cool.
With their own difficulties.
I bet it's really intense. I bet it's really hard.
I've always wanted to play it. I had friends growing up that played it and stuff like that.
Nice. All right. Last minute things, just because we had to like swap over to my other room. Just some last minute highlights, deals for the week, at least that I have, are going to be Citizen Sleeper that went from $19.99 and now it's $13.99. Outer Worlds, if you've never played Outer Worlds before, it plays just like Fallout. So if you enjoy those types of games, that game is $19.79 from on the eShop.
Citizen Sleeper, I'm definitely gonna take a look at. I was looking at a couple videos before when you were telling me about it.
Mm-hmm.
It looks really cool. It plays like a text adventure game.
Yeah.
You know, and then it looked like there's even skill points involved. It's like an RPG.
Yeah, it's an RPG.
I definitely want to play that. That seems really cool.
There's that game, Elden Ring, which just came out like I believe this past week.
That looked good too. It was like a Metroidvania.
Yep. It's a Metroidvania from $19.99 to $16.99. It's already on sale, so I definitely recommend getting it. Floppy Knights, which is a card. It's like a card strategy game. It plays kind of like Fire Emblem. Mm-hmm. It kind of plays like Fire Emblem, but like with cards. Yeah. So I think that's really cool. Definitely a new take on it. It's from, I believe it's $20 to $13.99. Potion Permit, which gives me Moonlighter vibes, is definitely on my top list.
Moonlighter is so fun.
It's so good. That game's at $16.99. I actually want to get the physical version, but that game is like $30. And you know, I think if anybody who's not interested in getting it physically should get this game at least digitally. Those are all digital deals for the game, deals for the week, at least that I have. Chris, do you want anything to add on?
No. I'm going to be playing a lot of Wild Hearts this week.
Yeah, man.
And then hopefully next Saturday I'll give you a good review on it.
And
what big releases do we have coming out this week? I think there's a couple of things, honestly. I mean, we can save it for next week, to be honest. Just talk about it when they come out. But I'm pretty sure we have Octopath Traveler 2.
Yes,
that's the 23rd.
Week. Yep.
There's obviously the PSVR2.
Yep. That's also this week. And Call of the Mountain.
I believe there's a couple more big releases, but it's escaping me right now.
Oh, that's fine. Well, we'll be checking everything out for next week. And until then, thank you guys very much for listening and for watching. For anybody who's watching this on YouTube, have a great freaking week, and we'll be seeing you next time.
Peace.
Later, guys.
See you.